Elliott, and today's Tech Byte is on entering attendance by chart. First, we're going to log into the teacher portal. And once we're in here, we're going to start by setting up the seating chart itself. You would select your course or your homeroom that you want to set the seating chart up for. And if you have more than one school that you work at, you might need to change the school also. So we're going to go into attendance and set up seating chart. In here, you're going to have an 8x8 grid that you can use to put in your seats or set up your students. And to put the students in, all I need to do is click the blue plus in the square, and that adds the student into the seat. If I have inadvertently put the student in a place I don't want them or I need to move them, all I need to do is click the red X at that point and then click where I want the student to go. So very easy. Some of these students have pictures, and I can click on the picture to get the student profile, which is just going to tell me some base information about the student and their contacts. When I'm done with this, I can just hit the X in the corner, and that will close it out. If I have students that have withdrawn from school or are inactive in attendance, I would see them on the list on the right. My clear seating chart is giving me a way to say, I'm done here, let me go start over. Maybe I want to do, instead of a circle, I want to do groups of students. So I'm going to clear the seating chart. It will verify that's what I want to do and lets me start over. So I'm going to highlight the first student in the list, and now I can just click the plus sign to put the students into their groups. Now, if I find, or if I want to, I could come in and flag a seat that it is not a chair, and all I do is hit the little desk here with the X on it, and that will come up and say it's not a seat. So as easy as that to set it up. In order to use this chart, you can come in and you can change to the class or homeroom that you want to work with, and then go into attendance and enter attendance by chart. So I'm in my homeroom setup, and that's going to give me a list of the students in my homeroom. I would select the code that I want to work with. In this case, I only have one. I can only mark students absent. And it's as easy as clicking on the student to mark them absent. If I marked a student by mistake, I can click on the plus sign and it will toggle it back off again. When I first come in, if there has been no attendance previously entered, I'm going to have an All Present button that I can click on to say I've done my attendance. And what that does is it writes a record out in a tracking table so that the front office can know who has done their attendance and who has not. As soon as you have clicked on a student, it will inactivate that All Present button because it knows you've marked somebody absent or some other code. You might notice here that Amy has her name in red. And what that's indicating is that Amy is a special ed student, and I have been given a way where I can see those students. And it's very easy for me to look at them and find out what's going on. If the school has set it up, you could potentially click on the select date and go to prior dates in order to modify your attendance. In this case, this particular area has not been set up that way, so I can only enter today's attendance. If I want to print my seating chart, all I need to do is go in and print the screen. Now in this system, I would need to go to my lines up here to open a menu, and I can go to print. And that's going to give me the ability to print that seating chart, which is very handy for your substitutes. So I'm going to go ahead and close out, but that's how you print a chart. In any of this, if you needed help, you would just click the word help here, and it would bring that up. I'm now going to change to one of my classes. And when I come in here, I'm going to see the chart based on what I put in. Now, if I'm in class attendance, I might have more codes because you're tracking the attendance in and out of each class. So I can come in, click the absent, click on the student to indicate that Robert here was absent from my class, and it might be that Jason here is being dismissed. So all I have to do is click on that. Now, because I entered attendance, when the system refreshes, my button here went from all present to attendance confirmed. So if the front office had put in attendance ahead of time, whether it's in the daily attendance or in class, I would see the code already here, and then I would get my attendance confirmed button. And just as I printed the seating chart when I was in the homeroom attendance, I can do the same thing up in the corner, doing it for my individual classes. So it's real easy to do. As we did with the daily attendance, if I need to take the code off, I just click on it. And I can also click on the student name for a profile. Now, some of the students don't have pictures, and that's just that they have not been loaded in the main system. It might have been that they were absent on photo day. But once the front office puts the pictures in, you'll be able to see them. So it's easy as that to enter your attendance. Thank you, and hope to have you at another Tech Byte.